Alright everyone, welcome back to FAST-ATHON 2025. I am your host, Fingers to Hand, and we are doing this marathon to raise money for Able Gamers, a charity group whose aim is to enrich the lives of people with disability through the power of video games. Joining me right now, we have Kingfisher Games with World of Warcraft run, with a co-commentator, Baron777. Take it away, guys.
Hey y'all, so I'm kingfishergames. This is a seasonal run, not New Game Plus. It was going to be New Game Plus, but there is a temporary bonus XP bonus beyond what we would have had. So, yeah, here, thanks Blizzard. So we're going to hit Enter World. The run doesn't start immediately. We have an unskippable cutscene. It's technically skippable, but it breaks the run 85% of the time, so runs just starts after it ends. So, we'll explain some of what makes this New Game Plus while we watch the cutscene. Yes. All right.
You are a soldier of the Noble Alliance.
So,
a coalition of kingdoms upholding the ideals of valor and justice across Azeroth.
And we'll get started real quick now.
Turn your volume up. Yep. Okay. Continue.
As a bold new recruit,
you already kind of gave
joined
the base introduction that yeah, this is going to be a seasonal run, not technically a New Game Plus run.
Yeah, but what
the unskippable cutscene.
Yeah, but what is New Game Plus about this seasonal run? Time starts now, by the way.
Yep. And yeah, which will be shown off in just a second. As just as he gets a couple of settings out of the way, action bars, tutorial messages out of the way, and we're going to get started with crafting the first gear and crafting, and getting your race and everything set up. So the gear we're gonna be using are called heirloom gear. Heirlooms are pieces of equipment that can be earned across an entire account through achieving various achievements. And they provide various buffs, as well as they also will naturally get stronger as the character levels up. So they're very good to use. The other benefit that's noticeable right now is that the warbands feature. Kingfisher's character here will be getting an extra 5% experience per character that he has that's at the max level of 80. So
up to a maximum of 25%.
Up to a maximum of 25, with the additional benefit of the 10% from the seasonal event. So he's currently earning 35% bonus XP, so he is going to be leveling up lightning fast.
Take back our supplies, but avoid fighting too many of them
so
at once.
Normally, so one of the little differences between this this run and a normal New Game Plus run is Kingfisher would actually be kind of kiting all of the Murlocs here around him. One of the pieces of heirloom gear does a little, you might notice it every now and then when he turns in a quest, he gets a nice little holy explosion. And that can usually just, flat out nuke the Murlocs and take care of them a little faster. So next we got the healing tutorial here, and in just a second, as soon as Kingfisher gets the guys up, you'll also see the other major benefit that really makes this into an actual speedrun, the chauffeur. This is one of the only mounts that you can actually get at level 1, and it's also another benefit of the heirloom system. So being mounted gives you a double movement speed. However, you can't do any combat or class-related features while you're mounted up.
Yep.
And it always takes a couple of seconds to mount up and dismount. So the crux of this run is maximizing being able to go at max speed. So, little section here, we got another hunting and cooking tutorial. And I think I'll also bring up here the character that Kingfisher is using here is a Worgen Hunter. Worgens have a natural 1% increase to getting critical hits. They also have the ability known as Dark Flight, where they are granted a 40% movement buff. Lasts about 10 seconds, and they can do that every minute and a half. So the hunters are also they are known as the tankiest of all of the ranged classes in WoW, and they also have the pet and trapping system, which allows for which will kind of be demonstrated in just a second here. So as he comes up and learns the tame beast feature, we got a nice boar right in front of him that we are going to, he's going to be our new best friend.
After he tries to gore us.
Yeah, just, always remember that the sign of friendship, is thrusting your tusked head into, someone's chest cavity. That was a joke. Do not actually do that.
Those monsters have my son.
So, now that, he's got a new boar best friend,
I know. I raised him to
the
overcome
pets
any
are able
challenge.
to not only give a just flat-out increase to DPS, but that DPS can now be spread across multiple enemies, or can be used to kind of finish off enemies while Kingfisher is moving on to the next area. They also can drive a little bit of aggro away, but especially in this run, with the 35% bonus XP, Kingfisher is excessively over-leveled for this area. So now we come, right up into a boring part of the speedrun, admittedly. This is a on-rails cutscene.
Yep. Not even a rail shooter. Just a cutscene.
Yeah. We don't do anything. We wait for the little gizmo to be properly sized, and then we watch. There's a lot of dudes in the background there.
There's one thing we can do. We can put on boots.
Yeah, we can put boots on. Yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of dudes. Huh.
It has a camera.
So, but yes, at this point you're just going to be scoping out the upcoming undead army. So yeah, he's just you can kind of see him putting the spamming escape, because as soon as the actual cutscene starts, we're going to skip it as soon as possible.
I see something.
Pretty happy with that skip.
Bringing a dragon back from the dead?
Yeah.
How are we going to deal with that?
How are we going to deal with that again?
But it would take an army to get through all
Well,
the dead.
there are steps. There are steps to this. Step 1. We are going to destroy that entire army of the undead single-handedly at level 6.
Don't think that's a good
That
step.
doesn't sound like a dumb idea. Okay, let's instead we're going to use a giant boar instead. Okay, so we got good boar placement here. We're going to use the characters using the resizer to get us a giant boar. As cooling down, Kingfisher takes out a couple of extra excess boars. For just that little bit of extra XP.
Here, try again.
So on the 3rd, we get our
Beautiful.
giant friendly boar.
We'll deal with the army. The rest of you, push forward and set up camp once we've cleared a path.
All right. So soon as quest starts, we can mount the giant boar.
Right? And we gotta run off.
We rush
Mother, I knew you'd save us.
rush in through the against the guys. So, and he's gonna,
whoops.
yeah,
It's fine.
what?
It's fine.
Well, normally, normally,
Something's happening to the boar.
you're supposed
Hang on,
to
recruit.
double back and get in front of that little temple there, because the boar automatically downsizes.
We've dealt
But
with the undead.
that's okay.
Now let's
Not a big
finish off
deal.
that necromancer and save my son.
So we'll take care of the necromancer ogre in there, and he's a pushover. So as soon as that's
Let's go
taken
check
care
on
of,
Henry.
Mother, I'm sorry.
we got another
I tried to fight the ogres.
little cutscene
We're
here
too strong.
where
Henry,
Kingfisher's gonna mount up.
Always remember that you are more than your mistakes.
Because
Now,
we're gonna be doing a
Private
little bit
Garrick,
more
I
walking
want
now.
a full situation report.
You're a true hero. Yes, Mother. Captain
So,
Garrick.
did that. So we are about a third of the way through Exile's Reach now.
Together,
So
we'll
we have a
see our
little
way
quick
through
mercantile tutorial. Understand
Have a
the
good one.
fundamentals of trade, and then we're gonna get the NPCs up into their next quest starting locations. So we got two sections here we gotta take care of.
Keela and I will scout ahead.
And then we're going to go up this hill and do a not so optional side quest.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore
might be
those two
wondering-
main quests and not worry about them for right now.
Yeah, they'll be fine. I'm sure.
It's not like there's harpies eating people and spiders eating people. Wait, what?
So, but here, we're going to be going to this light elementals pond, and we're going to be purifying the crystals around it, rescuing him. So while he's doing that, also mention, another thing about, this quest. This run is the Kingfisher does use a couple of add-ons which are approved for use in the speedrun. There's TomTom, which gives allowing the tracking of multiple quests. It gives a little latitude and longitude indicator. But as he finishes that quest, you'll notice up in the right-hand corner there a little new icon that says light speed. Calling it light speed. It should be light speed. I just realized that.
Our mage. We have to
But that
rescue her.
doubles
Let's deal
Kingfisher's
with those
movement
harpies. I
for
just hope
10
everything's
full
okay.
minutes, and the
She will
run
be.
is
Come on.
approximately 15 more minutes long, so that is a huge buff. It is the equivalent of being mounted without actually having to mount, and no, the buffs do not stack. If you mount up while under light speed, you go the same speed as you would be before.
much tastier
So,
than a murloc.
Next, we're here in the Harpy Forest,
I won't.
and we gotta take care of the totems, some harpies, and rescue one of our compatriots. The main thing to focus on is actually just killing burning the totems, because in the process of rescuing your compatriot, you're going to kill more than enough harpies.
Oh, darn it.
So the other
That's fine. We're good.
okay, there we go. So the other add-ons, there's TomTom, there's Cursor Trail, and there's also Quick Quest, which allows for the starting
Instantaneous
and completing
turn-in.
quests, with a single mouse
Mhm.
press. All right. So in the process of rescuing your compatriot, there's going to be 4 waves of harpies. That was the second one right there, and
Hang in
there's
there.
no
I'm here
real
to help.
secret to making them spawn faster. It's just killing them as quickly as
Keep
possible.
fighting. I'll heal you.
So as we get, as we start the third wave, we'll get to the 4th wave, and then Kingfisher will start to back up. Any day now, game.
Something huge. is
Good, good, good.
All
We
right,
can
so
beat it if we fight
backing up,
together. For the
backing up,
Alliance.
backing up, backing up, and in comes giant enemy bird. And we're just going to immediately lock onto it and start and kill it just before it gets its dramatic swoop in.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of your D&D player not letting the boss finish their monologue.
To rescue our friends.
Yeah,
The captain will be
and birds can't even speak.
Let's get back to
Yep.
camp and deliver
No,
the
except mine. My bird in D&D can speak.
Mm-hmm.
But now, so we take another little side op here. Although it is required for the run, you have to learn the other half of the hunter
Now
the
give
hunter
me
class, and that is the creation and use of traps to get more and stronger animal compatriots. So we're gonna get some.
So-
We're going to recycle some trash and including some dry ice and make a freezing trap.
Reminder not to touch dry ice with your bare hands. I am, in fact, wearing gloves.
Yep. So as soon as that trap is set, go head on over here. Once we hear the verbal cue, there we can move on. Arachnophobia warning for anyone watching the stream right now. this is your
I just
warning.
want to get back to the mainland. Good luck.
So,
Those survivors are counting on
all
you.
right.
Rescue
So then we go
anyone you can
into the
find.
spider cave. Spider cave. All you have to do for this part is we have to rescue people who've been trapped by the spiders, as well as another compatriot down at the bottom of the spider hole.
One of the beasts that was aboard
There's no actual requirement for killing a set number of spiders, but you can't free them from the cocoons if they're attacking.
Their bite will interrupt your destruction of the... Yeah.
So the animal compatriot can help out with this this task. And we've even had a couple of runs where people going through this area have cleared out the spiders ahead of time. And I think now's a good point. I'll bring up that yes, we are running on a live World of Warcraft server, a relatively unpopulated one, but there is always that chance that someone can be
So
with
close.
you as you are doing the speed run.
Yep.
Is someone there? Help!
Now, there's no actual
Alone,
way
guide
to
them to me.
account for that. So it is kind of the equivalent of kind of like having RNG. What you can't do though is, like, if I were to make an account, I couldn't work with Kingfisher in order to make the run more favorable to him. Oh yeah, Run's dead. Yeah, and he's gonna be a little drama baby and explode in a
Hop on.
long, fiery explosion.
Hello,
But then we're going to
please
get on
shield
our
us from
new
harm.
druid companion in wild shape. We're going to dismiss our pet. Check to see if there's any more gear we need to put on, and at that point we just watch the
Out of the way,
pretty
little
explosions.
spiders.
So normally dismissing the pet and gearing up takes a couple of seconds from a standstill or on apparently the back of an elk.
To address Howling Mad Mike, yes, a slipper is more effective than a bow, but a slipper is still a but a bow is still a valid weapon to kill spiders with. It does not invalidate the run. Continuing.
So, all right. So we're
By the light, you're
arachnophobia
alive.
warning over. Everyone's out. So then we're going to
You did a
finish
good
the
job saving those people
the other
from
half
dealing with
of
those
the
spiders.
Those spiders
hunter
were victims
tutorial,
too. They just lost
and
their
we're going to
home.
get our
Yeah,
next animal
well,
compatriot.
you could see it that way.
Let me know
Yep.
when you're ready to tame. Here it comes. Tame it.
Then we get
You
our
should
next
have known
ferocious
better than to
animal
say that to a
companion.
druid.
Oh, he's a little good boy.
He's a good boy.
You were
Who's
just
your
telling
good
me
boy?
how much
Who's a
you
good boy?
hate spiders.
You're a very good boy. Yes.
I'll throw this out. If anybody wants to donate $25, I will name the pet after the run is over.
What can I do for you?
Recruit, you're with us. The rest
Whatever
of
you want
stay here while
within,
we head to the Citadel.
Within not get me a suspension limits.
Yes. All right.
Now
So
would
we
also be
are.
a good time to remind people that we do have a donation incentive for bonus
Ogres
run.
and necromancy.
All donations will go
Dangerous
towards that.
combination.
If we raise $400, we will have the bonus run of Sonic Generations Unleashed
All right,
project.
recruit.
So
Just act like an
get
ogre and
donating,
meet us inside
people.
the Citadel.
There's still a potential for 3 more bosses to not be there when I get to them, but it's not looking like that's going to happen.
Yeah. We'll see though. Anything can happen. We are so we're on the last the last third of the run.
Moving.
So as you saw earlier, we got turned into the guise of an ogre, just walked in through the front door. Then we're going to get in the back here, and as soon as we're done, we're going to he's going to activate his
How can we break these
hunter
seals?
specialization.
There is always a way, Henry.
Because like everything in WoW, it takes a couple of seconds to do. So we're gonna get kill shot.
Which is basically an execution.
Can't. Gorgroth mentioned ward stones. Find them so we can free the
So
captain.
next we have to go for the ogre camp. We gotta, weaken the ogre's forces, kill a little couple of unnamed ogres, destroy the catapults, and get the ward stones off of the 3 lieutenants, Jugnug, Wug, and Grunk. I like Wug. Wug is dead.
And this is where we get into why it's so nice to have a dog. Well, we got the crit there.
Yeah, we got the crit.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead real quick and we're gonna sequence this. So the dog's gonna start shooting that, start biting that one up while we kill Jugnog.
Yeah, right. So there's that. And then we can also place the place there. And yeah, we got okay. Yeah, you should only really have to trace the perimeter to get all of the ogres you need.
Yep.
Sacrifices for killing.
All right. So we're doing pretty all right.
I didn't mean to loot that. All right. Send you there.
Yep. And then take care of the ogres by the catapults here.
Oh, that's perfect.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So at this point, we're got the up. Yeah, you got that one cheap shot in you. So
It's still great timing.
Yeah, still great timing. And light speed is just about to run out at this point in the run.
And normally we'd mount here, but we actually have the movement to just hoof it.
Yeah, just barely enough that the time it would take to mount up versus the amount of distance we travel would just not be worth it.
Yeah.
So, all in all, pretty good.
Come on. There we go.
Okay, there we go. It's just me, you're moving a lot slower than
Yes, because I got in combat. But we're fine.
Oh, that explains it.
Okay.
All right, so then we disable the ward stones here, and then we're gonna get into the finale of Exile's Reach.
Thank you for saving me. But we still
And that's gonna
need
be
to
a
stop
dungeon
Warcraft.
raid.
Good fortune.
So into Dark Maul Citadel.
Beautiful. Enter.
Master, and then we enter the dungeon.
Okay. And it's a potential that we'll run into some people in here that will.
Yeah, this is the most likely place that we'll run into other people and get get unintentional assistance from. But as I said before, as long as nobody is coordinating prior to the run,
yeah,
it's all good. It's all good. So we got these 4 ogres, out here.
We've almost cleared the
Then
room.
we're gonna head
Keep
to
pushing.
the mini
This place is
boss.
full of necrotic energy. They must be close to reanimating the dragon.
And we're going to be facing Tunk. Tunk's special. Tunk's a very special ogre because he
Let
has
me
a
put
very
these
special
gloves
weapon.
on. Cool. Oh. We gotta fix something here in a second.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
There we go.
I was thinking things were taking a little longer, and then I realized, oh, yeah, he's not here.
We haven't come
Yeah.
this far to quit now.
So Tunk
I'll keep his attacks focused
Tunk
on
is special
me.
because he
Henry,
has
you heal us up.
a very special item he can drop
Understood,
for this
Captain.
run. And is probably the only
Beautiful.
actual
Got it.
Ooh. Yeah, so Tunk's tiny bow. It's the only item that
No time to
we kind of
waste.
want
We've
to
got
drop
Gorgoth cornered.
because it's the only thing that'll give a better damage than the heirloom equipment at this point in the run. And we're at the finale of it, so it's good to see it drop.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just right now about to get at the top of the Citadel, and we're going to, we're on the tail end of this run. So we're gonna take care of these last couple of guys here, and then we're going to face the boss, Gorgroth. So he's got his couple of minions here. We're getting real good. That's weird where they're running to.
Okay.
Yeah,
We just gotta hope that this works. All right.
So we're gonna be taking down Gorgroth.
Now,
Wondering
everyone,
where the
for the
rest. What is everyone doing down there?
Where are they?
We're normally supposed to be having like a bunch of, of your compatriots to be saving this whole time, to help you, but
He's completing the
well,
ritual.
we're gonna solo the boss.
All right.
We're
Didn't
doing
have-
this.
Okay.
It's a good thing you. It is good thing you are, really over leveled. And yeah, for those of you not paying attention at home, yeah, they were resurrecting an undead dragon. Yeah, this is your final boss for your dang tutorial area. So, but no, you were getting really good damage on Ravnir here. All right. Good job.
All right. All right.
So the run doesn't. Yeah,
Look,
The run doesn't end yet.
reinforcements.
technically does not end yet. Because there is a final quest that needs to be completed inside
We'll see our way
the
through
Alliance
this.
City
Excellent
after
work,
you get
recruit.
out of the
Hop
tutorial
on a
area.
griffin and fly home to
So
Stormwood.
you're going to, get on top of this griffin here and watch another one of these auto-scrolling cutscenes. So while we do that, anything you want to say, Kingfisher?
I soloed that. I don't think I've ever soloed that without the NPC help before. So this version of this speedrun is effectively dead on December 2nd. They're overhauling the zone. It will still be quite similar, but the storyline will be a bit different. It will not be an undead dragon in there. Instead, it will be an allied dragon that's being mind controlled. There's a few other changes that will be being made. So for this to be basically my send-off to this run, which was one of the first speedruns I've ever learned, before the new iteration comes along, feels pretty good. We're going to go through a loading screen or two, and then I will turn in a quest in the major city, and that will be time. So time's coming up in just like 30 seconds, basically.
So there is, kind of something, special about doing runs like this, that there are, there's going to be a point where, your records are going to be
Okay,
preserved.
We've been through
and
a lot
time.
together.
Time.
Feel
Yep.
free to explore the city with Lendy.
All right. So,
I'll send word once
What
we
time
have
we got?
information.
drum roll.
We are sitting at 25 minutes and 7 seconds for the run.
I'll take it. I'll gladly take that. Not a bad run at all. My personal best is 24:14, so I'm pretty happy with the 25. Definitely a couple places where I know I could have done better, but that boss fight and actually like soloing it feels like a great send-off. Real quick, just to show something. We'll switch into an outfit for all of you. Oh wait, I don't have the money to do it. Never mind. That's what it would look like. Okay.
Whoopsie-doo.
Yeah.
And
one last offer. Anybody wants to donate $25? I'll name that dog whatever you want. Again, as long as it's not like gonna get me demonetized, basically. Yeah. So, thank you all for having me. You can find me at Kingfisher Games on Twitch. You can only find me there for the next couple of months because January 17th I am re-debuting my VTuber character. And doing a full channel name and a channel name change and everything. So,
lots of exciting things to come.
yeah. And you'll see me tomorrow. I'm running Elephant Collection tomorrow with one of the developers doing commentary. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the auctioneer's voice for doing a speed run commentary for a speed run of that.
no, you don't. All right.
Thank you very much, Kingfisher Games and Baron777 for that run. Is there anyone in particular you want to give shout outs to?
A shout out to Blackheart Wings. They are a wonderful speedrunner who very much encouraged me as I was starting. I was talking about some weird runs that I'd like to do, this included. And they're like, yeah, get on that. And then also big shout outs to Comic Crimson over the Tasmanian Tiger community, as well as Lon and a bunch of the other folks over there. They've been super welcoming as I had toyed around with learning their game before I ever actually fully committed to learning a speedrun. And I'm finally learning that as one of the next games on my plate. So I'm going to be doing some practice of that this coming week on stream. So if anyone wants to watch me play an old GameCube era mascot platformer from a bunch of Australian devs, drop on by. So.
All right. Once again, thank you very much, Kingfisher Games and Baron777 for that excellent run of World of Warcraft. And congrats, Kingfisher Games, once again for soloing that final boss. That was very, very well done. For those at home, you are watching FAST-ATHON. We are raising money for Able Gamers, a charity group who aiming to enrich the lives of people with disabilities through the power of video games. They have worked with developers like Blizzard, Activision, Xbox, and PlayStation, and have made a mark on major games like Call of Duty, Overwatch, and funnily enough, the game you just watched, World of Warcraft. They've done this by enabling the developers to create adaptive gaming solutions, design more inclusive games, and create events that are accessible to people with disabilities. Now, we did have to make a schedule change at the short notice, so it's still not accurate on Angus, I believe. So it is. So the game that is coming up next is going to be Prince of Persia, the original, by Helen Mad Mike. I don't even know what platform that's going to be on. I'm sure Mike will explain it all when he is on stage in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
I'll watch some Prince of Persia. Hell yeah. And just a small note, subtitles as a result of that work. We have an entire accessibility section within the options menu.